Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to episode number 30 of 5 Minutes with Gray Hair Dave. My name's Dave. I've got gray hair. I got a gray beard. I wear glasses that look just like the guy in the artwork, except I think he looks better than me. So, anyways, episode number 30. If you listened yesterday, early in the day, or at all yesterday, to episode 29, my apologies. I uploaded episode 28 again by mistake. I had too many MP3s on my desktop and I uploaded the wrong one. My apologies for that, folks. I have fixed it. Fixed it about, I don't know, about 1:30 last night in the morning. So anyways, just wanted to apologize for that. Now, on with the show. So, yesterday I was talking about people who influenced me, my heroes. I was talking about guys like Dean and Chris and Brian and Dave and Scott and things like that. And then, see, those were my earlier childhood friends. And they all lived right in my neighborhood. And in junior high school, you start meeting more friends because it's a bigger school, right? And junior high school is what we now call middle school. I think junior high school sounds so much better. That's just me, and that's the way I feel. Sorry. But when you get to high school changes a lot. Your sphere of people that you find and get to know, because in elementary school, you've got two or three elementary schools merging into one to go to a junior high school. In junior high school, then you take all those people and you merge them again. So you get a different sphere of people that you start to meet. And I met some new people. Now, that doesn't mean that I completely ignored my older friends. There are times that I hung around with them a lot less than I used to. I apologize, but we stayed friends, just not as close as we were. So then came the likes of Matt and Bill and Frank. We were quite the crew. We ended up being class officers our senior year, which was a lot of fun. And high school was just a fabulous experience for me. But it's amazing how all of a sudden your friends start to change and you evolve into a different person. So now you're becoming the more mature teenager, right? At least you hope you are. And your interests change again because of the people you hang around. Now, I always had an interest in girls, don't get me wrong. That it isn't about to change. It wasn't about to change then. But it was interesting how all of a sudden these friends were different types of friends, and you talked about different things, and you stopped playing the little games, and I don't want to call them little folks, but you stopped playing the games you played as a child, and you start doing things as a teenager and a young adult. And again, these guys helped mold my life. So, then as you're dating, and some of my heroes too were the women I dated. My first real true love that I let get away. My bad. I was a fool, folks. I was an idiot. But I believe also she found the right person for her, and they've moved on and married and had children and had a great life. And I'm happy for them. But, so there was that. And then I met my first wife. There were girls between the true love and, my first wife, number one. Most of the girls I've dated here in the last 15, 20 years, no idea the names of my wives. They're number one and number two, and that's all I ever call them. And that's out of respect for them, because I don't need anybody putting down an ex-girlfriend by name. or an ex-wife by name. Okay. That's not the kind of guy I am. And also, that's my business. That may be wrong. It may be the absolutely wrong attitude, but that's my business. Let me deal with it my way. But see, and then when you get married, you buy a house or you move into an apartment or something, and then all of a sudden you're incorporating another group of friends, her friends or his friends, if you're the wife, right? So that dynamic grows and changes once more. So all of a sudden, those childhood friends keep going further and further away. And now those high school friends or college friends start going a little further away. Not all of them, but now you've got the neighbor friends who become the close friends. And I think that's just the natural evolution of things. We grow, we grow, we grow, we grow, and then the next thing you know, you don't ever talk to the kids you grew up with hardly. That's me. And then I went ahead and moved out of town, so that made life all that much easier to not be around them. Not that I didn't want to be around them, but I did more than I realized, especially after I left town, that I missed my friends. But those are the people who influenced me, and I've got more. As I was growing up and in my younger years, some of the presidents of the United States influenced me. A big one was Ronald Reagan. He went from being an actor to being a governor to being the president of the United States. And I liked the way he talked. I liked what I thought was, and I'm pretty sure is, the way he felt about things and how he reacted, how he did things. He was a very big influence on me. Another big influence on me from early on, very early on, I realized as I got older, was Walt Disney. Walt Disney had a belief: if you make them happy, they will continue to come back. Those are, and change is a great thing. Growth is a great thing. He believed these things, and I did too. When I worked for the airlines for so many years, my vision and version of customer service was basically the way Walt did it. Treat them like gold until they treat you like dirt, and then say goodbye. Well, if you don't like the way we're handling things here, maybe you should leave. But treat them all with respect. Treat them all like they're important to you as a customer, and they'll treat you well. I always believe that. That's good customer service. That's some of the Walt things that I got. I would like to go more into depth about the Walt stuff, and I will, I think, starting in episode 31. What Walt believed and what I believe along with him. So look forward. I hope you look forward to that. Walt Disney, what a man! From nothing to big huge thing, and then back to nothing again, and then build it right back up. That's a man with a dream. If you dream and believe, it can happen, and I'm a firm believer in that. Look at this podcast. Look at where we all are today, right? So I'm going to stop there for today. And I'm going to go on to what I'm hoping is one of your happier times here. Because I can, I believe I must, or I have to. Oh my God. Here's one. Because I can't think for myself, I believe I must parrot trendy ideologies without question. Because my brain will not work like everybody else's, or I'm too lazy to think for myself. I'm just going to go with what everybody else thinks. It's like when a lot of the bad things were going on after COVID. It's Oh, you got to get rid of the police. Defund the police. That's what everybody was shouting. Defund the police, because all of a sudden, police were doing some pretty dumb things. Let's be honest. They were doing some stupid, stupid, stupid things. It was bullpucky. And they got caught, thank God. They did, and went to jail, and were made to suffer the same consequences as you and I would if we did something stupid like that. You know? I'm just saying, hooray for that, right? But because, if you can't think for yourself, don't just pick the stupid ideas. Why don't you look around and see what other ideas are there besides what's trendy or what's on the social media sites? All right. Elon Musk, who is not a hero of mine. He's not. Don't get me wrong here if you're against Elon Musk right now. But he made it. He made it for himself. This was a guy who was a go-getter and wasn't going to take no for an answer. And look at what he's done. He's putting people into space. The Tesla car. I mean, the top-selling car in the world. Nobody's saying that all his views are right. They're his views. Have a view for yourself. Think for yourself, folks. Kids, if you're out there listening to this, and I say kids because if you're under 50, you're a kid to me. Think for yourself. Doesn't matter if it's right or wrong. At least think for yourself and talk to others. Talk with them. Don't just parrot them. Don't go ahead and go, well, Tommy believes that we should defund the police, or that statue should come down, or that, oh, no, you can't go to church on Sundays. Well, that's Tommy's belief. What is yours? Think for yourself. All right? If you don't remember what defund the police was, look it up. So anyways, I'm running a little long here. Episode 31, folks, don't forget, I'm going to start talking about Walt Disney. I hope you have a good time with that. I hope you enjoy. Tell all your friends about me, folks, if you would. This is Gray Hair Dave, my website, 5 Minutes with Gray Hair Dave. Go there, check it out. That's where all the episodes are. If you have friends, please tell them about me. And if they don't know how to use podcast apps, please show them. I'm going to be going to Value for Value here soon. And we're also going to start getting transcripts soon. Apple Podcasts is going to start putting out podcasts in the near future. And I can also put out my own, but look for those to come up. And Value for Value is something we're going to talk about a little bit more next week, so you can understand a little bit more about it and how maybe you could help me defray a little bit of the costs here. So for now, this is Gray Hair Dave saying, I adore you all. Thank you for listening. And I look forward to talking to you again in episode 31. So Gray Hair Dave is saying, bye-bye.